Hello everybody, welcome back to the Three Lotus Tarot. I have been away for a little bit of time because I had family come over and I just didn't have the correct time to do the readings. But I am back today and we've got an exciting one for you because we want to find out today from the cards, from the universe, what is a big milestone coming up for you. So dear listeners and viewers, I've got three piles for you today. I've got the star card set out from three different decks. All right, so we have got firstly the Tarot of the Golden Wheel for pile one. So this is the star card that is from the Tarot of the Golden Wheel, with the sunflower for those of you who need some sort of symbol. Okay, so this is pile one, and then I have got the star card from the Modern Spellcasters Tarot with the peony flower. Take a look. And last but not least, I've got the star card from the Everyday Witch with the daisy. So these star cards are supposed to represent the next big milestone that's coming up in our lives. So we want to be checking in with your spirit guides and your angels to see what's coming around to you per your different piles. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And we will be using the corresponding decks with your start card to check your reading out. So I've got your timestamps in the description box below. To get to your reading, I will see you there, guys. Hi there, pile 1. You have chosen the star from the Tarot of the Golden Wheel with the shiny, shiny sunflower. So first of all, I do want to tell you what energies I'm getting from this star card for you, pile 1. This star card to me is always so beautifully lit. I feel like this is this beautiful actress diva who's standing on a stage and just taking in the rapturous applause of her audience, being lit behind by these beautiful, beautiful like sunset colors, and there's this giant big spotlight that's on her, and she's just taking it all in, standing up straight and tall and elegant and beautiful. She's not bowing, she's not smiling and pandering away to her audience, but she's just standing there knowing the credit that she deserves, knowing the admiration that she deserves, and she's just soaking it all in. So I hope that you are resonating with this emotion, this energy, plus the sunflower that is so sparkly, because like I have the other flowers, right, as you saw, but they were not sparkly, but this one is sparkly. Maybe you can see it better. See, there's like lots and lots of golden flakes in the middle of the flower here. Okay, so yeah, that, can you see that? Let's see. Can you see that? Look at that, the glowy shining bright luminosity of the sunflower. So I am thinking, I'm getting this in energy that there's a lot that might be coming to you, that you might be able to stand in the spotlight of other people's favor, of people recognizing you for what you have brought to the table, for what you have done, for what you've contributed. It could also be that you're finally standing up and recognizing your through. Sorry if I hit the mic there. But you also could be finally recognizing your value, your worth, your beauty, and building that self-confidence for yourself. I see these two flows of water symbolizing emotion. I see them overflowing because now, you've come into your own, I feel. Yeah. So whether it is from you understanding the admiration or the appreciation that others around you might have for you, or you finally coming to appreciation of yourself, and that is a true blessing that's coming to you. Wow. Okay, so now I am going to get some cards out, of course, right? Pile one, that's what we're here for. I'm going to tap into your spirit guides. In the spirit guides of pile one, their angels, I'd like to ask, what is a big milestone coming up for pile one? What is a big milestone that is coming up in pile one's life? What is a big milestone that is coming up for pile one? So let's take a couple of cards and just get an idea for, okay, this is too many cards, I'm going to put it back in. What is get an idea, I want to get an idea, what is the big milestone that is coming up for pile one? Wow, that's a beautiful card right there. So I don't, if you've been with me for a while, I don't use the reverse readings for collective readings. I only use the reverse for when I do personal private readings, because then it's very, very tuned in to the energy of the person themselves. Okay, so let's look at the card that we've got. Oh, the Hermit. Okay, straight off the bat, I've got this idea that, you know, the second situation that I spoke about earlier, where you finally come into appreciation and comfort and security of your own value. That's what's really sticking out to me now. Okay, so your spirit guides are telling me that you might have spent a lot of time really introspecting. It may not have been a good, happy, exuberant time, because sometimes when we look into ourselves, when we try to understand where we came from, where we why we did certain things, why we made certain decisions, why we are the way we are, and what has been perhaps unseen by us, like we have been blind to. Sometimes when we go into those times of self-reflection and introspection, we discover things that we might not enjoy, that we might not like, that we might not agree within ourselves, you know. But you know, if we're going to be honestly doing a self-introspection for growth, for development, for change and betterment, then, you know, we have to look at these things in the face, right? Whether or not it is a happy thing that we're acknowledging, or something baser, something more shadowy from our lives, from aspects of our personality, but we have to recognize them. Okay, so this is what the Hermit, and you've got the Fool. This was the card that I saw turn up right here when it came out, so I was very happy for you, because there is this new beginning, obviously, that's coming up for you. Two major arcana so far, and then you have also got the Queen of Wands. No genders in our reading, but the energy of the Queen of Wands is what I will tell you about. If you don't know, or you're not familiar with the symbolism of the tarot deck, I think that even so, when you look at this Queen of Wands, all that fire and beauty and regalness, is it regality, regalness, that's coming out from her, that's coming out from this visual, you know, whether it's glamour, whether it's confidence, whether it's just like vibrancy that's standing out to you, but it stands out to you. Okay, so let's take a look. What is this new big milestone that's coming up for you? After a time of quietness, after a time of maybe nothing much happening, or where you have been trying to work towards your goals, perhaps you don't see the progress, you don't see change happening, but that is coming to an end, because you have realized something, you have learned something, you did the effort of going into yourself, and you look at this gold bug that is in the hand of the Hermit. So finally, in all the big scenes around him, he has suddenly realized this little gold bug that was in his hand. So you might have realized something about yourself, Pal One, that was always there, but it was just unseen for you. And it took this time for you to have taken to look into yourself, to look into your background, to look into your history, and realize and understand yourself better. Because of that, you are now coming out, and this was a major event for you. Yeah, major arcana, and the court card. Yeah, so these are major things that are happening in your life. So I do see that, coming out from that, looking into the looking glass at yourself, going down the rabbit hole, and really trying to understand and get insights, get healing, forgiveness for yourself, even, or it's understanding. Like, if sometimes you wonder, why is this thing not happening for me, or why can't I get the man of my dreams, why can't I find a great stable job? Sometimes it's something that we're putting out there into the universe, or our vibration is just not bringing that into us, because what you reap is what you have sown, right? So after this acknowledgement and lesson learned, you have then now the capability to understand where you want to go and how you want to proceed on that journey. And that's why you are now able to go on that brand new journey for yourself. This is, we could look at it as this being the milestone that you achieved, where you finally understand, where you finally acknowledge, where you finally appreciate where you are from and who you are. And that enables you on this next adventure in your life, which is also a new milestone. So you're now going to be able to set yourself free and reach for what you want to reach for. I have seen other Fool cards that are maybe the color is more gloomy, or like, they're really stepping off the edge. But you can see, like, this fella here, he's like throwing caution to the wind, is really enjoying reaching for the stars and the moon, and even his pathway is so lush with flowers and greenery. So there is a lot of birth, there is a lot of life, there is a lot of growth that's coming. So you can see that this is what is in store for you. This is what is coming up for you, Power One, and that is very, very cool. I believe that after your journey into the hermit mode, I think you're really ready for this, especially if you found out some uncomfortable truths about yourself, okay? But staring those in the face and learning how to be better, like I always like to say, PAL 1 2.0, that has enabled you to move on. And moving on, you will be doing in this fantabulous energy of the Queen of Wands. Look at the beauty and the vibrancy. There's so much life that's coming from this card, right? There's a lot of reds and yellows, the color of passion, the color of enthusiasm, the color of creativity, of life, blood, success, right? So the Queen of Wands, let me tell you about the energy of the Queen of Wands. The kings and queens are quite different in their energy, whilst they are court cards. And wands is all about the fire and the passion, the creativity, the ideas, the charm, the personification of this allure that you might have, the magnetism that you might have. This is a queen who is very secure in herself. Okay, she knows that she's beautiful inside and out. She appreciates that she is of so much value, precious inside and outside. She knows that she deserves what she wants in this life, what she wants to achieve, and she has that really steely self-confidence that she will achieve, or she will get to where she wants to be, where she wants to get. Okay, the king, usually the king energy, the more masculine energy, is very like cut and dried, like this is what is going to happen, fierce, aggressive, sometimes rather arrogant, right? But the queen is a softer energy. The queen could be like a slower energy as well, more nurturing, more gentle, but she will get there nonetheless. So I see you coming out of the hermit mode and taking life, taking that next adventure. There's something that you're going to take on, that you are really going to embrace, with a lot of passion, with a lot of life, a lot of vibrancy, and it's going to speak to your soul. It's going to make you really happy, because you're going to feel like, you know, when I do this, I'm going to either take it to the top of the world, or you feel like you're already on top of the world by doing it. Okay, so that is the big milestone that's coming up for you. Oh wow, so you've got the Six of Wands as well, Palwan. And you know what the Six of Wands stands for, right? Success. Success. So whilst, like I said earlier, you might have had a period of, like, you know, you might have been working, things didn't happen, changes didn't take place, manifestation didn't arrive. But now with the Six of Wands, you are ready. You're ready to take this on, because you're ready for the success that is meant to come your way. You have like a couple of past attempts that didn't happen, that didn't take root. But now I think you can rest assured, Palwan, that you're actually going to be able to achieve the success that's coming in. So it's going to take over that space of the hermit mode. And what is then not to achieve, right? Because you are in this energy of the Queen of Wands. You are able to look around you. You're able to connect with people through some sixth sense, right? Or through your passion, or through how you speak and how you present your ideas, or what you want to do, or how you've sold yourself, your ideas, your pitch, your name, your brand to somebody else, or to an audience. And they're just taken along on this journey with you. And that's why you are waving that red banner of success, red together with how you are presented here as well, Palwan. Okay, let's see now. Is there anything that Palwan needs to prepare for this big milestone? What does Palwan need to prepare for their big milestone to come into their lives? What does Palwan need to prepare for? Okay, so I've got the cards all in reverse, and that's why, because I always adjust my cards, and that's why they're all coming out in the reverse. So do not worry about the reverses. Okay, I'm just going to put this success up here as well, so that you can see it all together. And it's very in line, of course, with the star card that you have chosen. And you will see that image, that persona that your star card exudes is very similar to the persona of the Queen of Wands, you know, because you're standing there and receiving all these accolades, all this love, all this admiration and appreciation. Okay, so success is coming for you when you feel you are ready to move out from the hermit mode and go on to start anew. Okay, we've got the Two of Cups. What do you have to prepare for, was the question, in order to receive this big milestone in your life, Palwan? Two of Cups. You've got the Seven of Wands. And you've got the Page of Swords. Okay, yes. So do not be afraid to fight. Do not be afraid to set up your boundaries. For what you feel is right, you have to stand up for it. So from this, I might get the idea that you might have a little bit of opposition, or a little bit of, like, birds speaking in your ear. Why are you doing this? Don't do this. Or, like, the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other shoulder. But whilst you might have these little gossipy chit chats in your ear, or you might hear rumors that might, distract you, or make you think that, I shouldn't go on this journey, I shouldn't go pursue what I want to pursue. Whilst you might hear that, you are advised by your spirit guides to really go after what you want, what you desire, what you love, what you feel so deeply for. Do not be afraid to stand tall in spite of the baying wolves. Okay, you have to fight for your passion. You have to fight for your goals and your dreams, and you will always stand tall. Okay, your guides are telling you, you will always stand tall, no matter how ugly the baying might get, no matter how ugly the words might get, or how ferocious and scary that these other rumors and chit chats and gossips might get. If you stand tall and if you keep your eye on the prize and you fight, you swing your sword at whatever stands in your way, you have that purity and that truth, that essence behind you, and you will stand tall no matter what. So please remember this, Pal One. Yeah, so don't let any other little things, other people stand in your way of achieving your goals. I think especially as you're coming out from the hermit mode, if you have never, if you've not done that big leap and taken that big risk before, you might feel a little bit afraid. It might look really scary because it's unknown, right? And you've never done it before. But really, your cards are telling you, your spirit guides are telling us that if you love it, if it speaks to you, if it fills up your cup, fight for it. Place your boundaries in check. Stand tall, stand strong. Yeah, so do not ever worry. Oh my gosh, and look at this, 3 of Wands. Continue to strive. Look, you're always out there striving, reaching for the goal. Do not ever stop. Yeah, and the Wands is the same as your Queen of Wands. Okay, same as the Queen of Wands suit. So you will, when you have a plan and you go out there and execute your plan, continue step by step, one step in front of the other, and continue to reach forward. You look at all that gold, look at that red of success again. Yeah, so you've got a lot of wands in your card. You've got the 7 of Wands, you've got the Queen of Wands, the 6 of Wands, the 3 of Wands. They're all good wands as well. So they're telling you to stand strong and continue to hold that motivation, that fire inside of you. Do not let anybody else quench it, and you will see success, Pal One. Beautiful. Now let's take a quick look at when this milestone is coming. When is this milestone happening for Pal One, please? When is this milestone happening for Pal One? When is this milestone happening for Pal One? So the milestone, as we went through earlier, could be you understanding and learning, or it could be this milestone of setting on that new adventure. Okay, and anyway, let me again give that disclaimer that take timing with a pinch of salt, okay? Because the universe will send you what you need at the time that you are ready for it, you know. So when you are ready to leave this hermit stage, that's when it will happen. When you're ready to grab that new opportunity, that's when the opportunity will come. So but vibrate at a high level, at a high frequency, to attract these opportunities to you as well. Okay, so let's look at this. You've got the moon. Okay, let's see. We've got the moon, and we've got the Seven of Cups, as well as the Nine of Wands. Okay, so simplistically, let's look at this. You could be looking at these milestones coming about in 7 months or 9 months, 7 months or 9 months, in July or in September. I also just got this message that, you know, with the Seven of Cups, it really, it depends on when you are ready. When you are ready, multiple things will happen, and they could all happen at the same time, or very quick succession, but multiple things will happen. But only when you're ready. Only when you're ready. I do also get the feeling of like perhaps winter time, and because there's a lot of rain, there's a lot of dark skies or night skies or snow, so perhaps the winter time. So 7 months from now, 9 months from now, July or September, or in the winter time, if you're from a country that has the 4 seasons. Yeah, but like I said, take that with a pinch of salt, because it does depend on when you have done the work. It is necessary and you're ready to leave this and come into that. Okay, so I hope that's going to be a big piece of information for you. Pile 1, I think it's amazing that you're going to be having these adventures coming up for you, and so much success that's promised to you, so much brightness. Okay, just remember not to let anybody else or any ferocious wolves deter you and make you more scared than you ought to be. All right, so thank you, Pile 1, for being here with me today, the Three Lotus Tarot. If you've liked this reading, do give me a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe to the Three Lotus Tarot, please, if I might ask you for that, so that we can grow the channel and I can continue to bring these free readings to you. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye. Hi, guys. Thank you for coming to my channel for this reading. And oh, I did want to switch on the light so that we can see your cards better. Okay, is that better? Okay, because it's kind of raining at my place here. All right, so you have chosen the Star card from the Modern Spellcasters Tarot together with the Peony. So I'm going to firstly look at the Star card that you chose to see what energies I can get from it for you in relation to our topic today, which is what is a big milestone that's coming up for Pile 2. So I'm going to say that the image that I'm getting from this card is this really strong warrior woman persona. No genders that we are going to particularly talk about, but because it is a looks like a female who's standing here, so it's a very strong warrior woman energy. Somebody who might be quite no nonsense, or has decided to become more no nonsense. Like, don't play with me, dude. You know, I know what I'm worth, I know what I want, I've got my boundaries set up, and I know how good I am, the value that I have within me. Okay, I see that from like the star that really looks like it's emanating right off the headdress of our character here. And with so many stars around, uh, you might be somebody who is quite in tune with the outdoors, with nature, or you might be called to. If you're not, then perhaps spend some time out there, because nature is really healing. It rejuvenates our soul. And when we touch our feet to the bare ground, like without shoes, without footwear, right, it really energizes us and refreshes the energy that we have within us. And you can see like this star lady here, the water that's being poured out, it's giving rise to new blooms here, and even lotuses blooming here in the water. So there is a big rebirth, there is a big rebirth. I feel that with this card. So you might have gone through something quite hard, something painful, or something challenging, pile 2. And now I see you coming out on the other side, determined, stronger, quite no nonsense. Yeah. Okay, so this is what I see. And now we are going to get into the Modern Spellcasters Tarot deck to see what else we can find out about the big milestone that's coming up in your life. So let's tap into the Spirit Guides and Angels of Pile 2. Spirit Guides and Angels of Pile 2. What is a big milestone? I'm going to put this back because I like to only take the cards that come out when I have actually finished my question. Okay, what is a big milestone that's coming up for Pile 2? What's a big milestone that's coming up for Pile 2? What is a big milestone that's coming up for Pile 2? Let's just get a couple of cards first to see what it's about. Oh, okay. The moment I say we get a couple of cards, like so many fly out. All right. So let's take a look. And as I have said before, I do not take reversals in collective card readings, only for personal readings, because then the energy is really laser focused on the particular person. Okay. So what is a big blessing that's coming up for you? You've got the 9 of Wands. See, what did I say? You came out of something really taxing, challenging. Okay, so we've got the 9 of Wands. Let me put this up here. And this one. Sorry, I seem to have like started to have like this thing in my throat. Yeah, so I don't know if that's indicative of you, Pile 2, where in the past you might have felt like you were not able to speak up, like you were not able to speak your truth or say your opinion or stand up for yourself. Yeah, it could be that. If that resonates with you. You've also got the Hanged Man, the 8 of Wands. They all look like they're flying, right? The wands also look like they're flying with a bird. You've got the Knight of Swords. And last but not least, the King of Swords. Okay, let me adjust this so that you can see all your cards. So I do still get the message that it was quite a challenging, difficult, taxing, painful, hurtful time for you that you've come out of, Pile 2, or you will come out of. That might be the big milestone that's coming up for you. So if you've been in the situation where you feel trapped, where you feel like you couldn't do anything for yourself, where you feel like you couldn't stand up for yourself, because these two cards, especially the Hanged Man from the modern Spellcasters Tarot, always gives me such a constrained feeling, like this person here is really, really like cemented into stone and rock and unable to move. You can't help yourself at all. And there could have been many days, many months, many years that have gone by from light to dark, light to dark, light to dark. You've had that cycle just happen in your life. And it looks like the Nine of Wands, yes, usually it is a lot about wands and you feeling injured. You at like the end of your rope. I don't know how much longer I can stay on this, but in this Nine of Wands, you can see the wands actually encircling her. So I get again this feeling that, very much almost like the Eight of Swords, where like you're trapped, you feel trapped, you feel like, I don't know if you're trying to protect yourself within this circle or you have been put into this circle of wands. So that might be something of note there, whether you were put into a difficult situation or you put yourself into a situation where late after that you felt like, I don't know how to get out of this, or I'm trying to fight my way out, but I can't. But it definitely looks like it could be somebody else who's put you in it, because I see this lady here looking at somebody and she's using that wand to defend herself. So somebody might have put you into this difficult situation, this long, quite prolonged situation, which you cannot understand. You don't understand how it happened, but it happened. Because I see this like, and it talked to me as a pentagram, and I see all these signs carved into the tree trunk around the hangman. It gives me the impression of a spell that was put upon you. So it might be something that even you don't understand. How did this happen? How did I allow myself to get into this? Or it was so insidious, like quietly, slowly, silently. Somehow one day I woke up and I realized that I was in this terrible trap and I don't know how to get out of it. Okay, but the big milestone is something is happening very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. And I think it might be people coming to help you. It might have to do with people being able to lend a helping hand. Because when I saw the red cloak on this bird, it very, very much reminded me of the Red Cross. Okay, and the Red Cross is the medical services that help people, right? And it's coming. It's coming. Help is coming, or you will receive somehow help that will enable you to escape. You see another knight in shining armor that's coming to help you, and they're very fierce about it. They're very, very like set on their goal of helping you. It might be a group of people, it might be a single person, but they are coming to help you. And then I see this King of Swords here. I'm not really sure why the King of Swords is here. So let me get some clarifiers. What is the King of Swords here for? What is the King of Swords here for? 3 cards, please. Why is the King of Swords here for pile 2? Okay, let's take a look. Why is the King of Swords here for pile 2? King of Swords, somebody fierce, somebody powerful, somebody who's very cutthroat, somebody very direct, very smart, very intelligent. They know what to do. They want to do it. They're not afraid to do it. Okay, and look at the face on this King of Swords. He is extremely fierce and strict looking, isn't he? With a giant sword in his hand. So why is the King of Swords here? Page of Pentacles. Sorry, I banged up my microphone again if you heard anything. The Moon. And the Ace of Pentacles. King of Swords is, so the clarifiers for the King of Swords is that we are not really able to see everything there is to see about this King of Swords, why he's here. But there is a new start. I see two pentacles here. One being the page, a new start, somebody learning something new, a young energy, a young, fresh start, perhaps. And Ace of Pentacles, of course, most definitely, it's a new start or new money coming in. A new 3D opportunity for you. But we don't know all that there can be to know. We're not allowed to see it all. But there is a new start coming. And this King of Swords, if you are being put into this situation by a King of Swords, by somebody with a lot of power, a lot of influence, a lot of authority in your life, if you're being put into this situation by a King of Swords, we see a new change. Either this King of Swords is going away or there's something new that's coming in. There is a new change. Okay? There is a new change. And this change could be brought about by these people who are helping you, or a person who's very, very focused, very, very focused, very unafraid to come in to help you. But there is a change. If you are not being put into a situation by a King of Swords persona, then this King of Swords represents also that new change that's coming along. You are now going to function in that state and energy and mindset of the King of Swords. These people might help you get to this stage of fighting for yourself, of cutting off things that do no longer serve you, of seeing the truth, or being unafraid, being extremely fierce and strict about what you want for yourself. Yeah? Ooh, that's heavy. Ooh. Okay. All right. So now let's see, what else can we know about this big milestone? What is Pile 2 headed towards? What is Pile 2 headed towards? What is Pile 2 headed towards? Let's look at these cards first. What is Pile 2 headed towards? You have the 5 of Pentacles. And then you have the 2 of Wands. The 5 of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands. What are you headed towards? From a state of lack. Perhaps, you know, a family home that does not support you anymore, or your tribe that doesn't support you anymore. You're leaving this where you always felt like you were not good enough, not enough, and not smart enough, not beautiful enough, not accomplished enough. Whenever you felt that lack, or like people not supporting you, you are leaving that. What is coming to you is you're able to now move from a situation where you're sad, where you're scared, where, you know, you've got this kind of temperament, like the snarling, barking dog. You can move from this to this. It's a much more beautiful, more peaceful, natural surrounding. That's what's in store for you. So you might literally leave a family home, or leave a home, leave a situation that was meant to be kind and supportive and helpful and loving, but was not. So you leave that and go into the world to find your own new tribe. To find your own new tribe. It might be difficult and you might have to make certain concessions. Because I see this Two of Wands being, his hand is tied, his foot is tied up as well. He doesn't seem to really realize it or be really affected by it. But you know, if he was going to leave this tree stump, he would find himself unable to leave. Oh, okay. So there, I could have a little bit of cautionary advice for you here. If you are leaving something that may not have looked good and you go somewhere that looks good, be careful that it doesn't come with too many demands on you. That it doesn't come with confines or parameters on you, okay? Because you don't want to go from a situation that was not happy to another situation where it looks good but it's actually still trapping you. Okay, right. So be careful when you're leaving, and be careful about something coming to you, a situation or person, an offer that's coming to you that might look like it's wow, you know, it's really happy, it's really good, it's free, it's fun. There might be hidden terms and conditions behind it. Okay, we also have the Seven of Cups. Here, you'll have many things to consider. Look at the situation or the offer from many different angles, from all angles. Do not be fooled just by how it looks on the surface. Beautiful. There might be, you know, some mist and fog. There might be some mist and fog that obscures what you really need to see. I also see the moon here, which tells us about things are not always what they seem. There could be illusions. There could be things behind the scenes that you do not know about. When you go into a swampy area, right, or bog, you know, you could step into the swamp itself without even knowing it because of the fog that's come up or the gases that have come up. Take it slow, like the tortoise terrapin here. Take it slow. Look at the situation from all aspects so that you do not get caught in a potential trap again. Okay, so that's very good advice. So whilst you might be escaping from a situation that was challenging for you, don't go from the pot into the fire. When you're going into that next offer or that next situation, really take a good hard look at all aspects. Okay, now when is this big milestone happening for you? When is the big milestone happening for pile 2? Do take timing with a pinch of salt, because in the tarot, what we can see is, you know, an estimate, because it also depends on when you are ready for the opportunity to come about. So when Seven of Wands, this is so like a little bit similar to pile 1. So if you were drawn to pile 1, you might want to check it out in case it has other messages for you. Seven of Wands here, and Three of Swords. Heartache, a lot of heartache for you. I'm so sorry. A lot of heartache. And Justice. 11. When is this happening for you? Could be July, could be November. Seven of Wands, 11, Justice. Could be July or November, or when something has shifted from a legal perspective. You might have escaped, or you might, disentangle yourself from an agreement that was signed, or you have made a decision to dissolve something that was entered into contractually. Yeah, so I see it could be the months July or November, or when a legal redress has happened. This is quite a lot that has been shown from the cards, quite a lot, pal, too. So I hope that you perhaps do some meditation, do some balancing after this, so that as you understand the message that's come out to you, that you can still keep yourself grounded and balanced to manage the changes as they come along. All right. Thank you, Pal 2, for being here with me today. This is the Three Lotus Tarot. I hope that this reading has been beneficial for you. If you've liked it, please give me a thumbs up, comment, share, and do subscribe if you have not to the Three Lotus Tarot, so that you can continue to get more free readings like this one. Thank you so much. And until I see you in the next one, guys, bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Thank you for being here with me today. You chose the star card from the Everyday Witch deck, as well as the Daisy Flower. So, firstly, I do want to look at your star card, this card that resonated with you, and see what energies we have emanating from them, coming from them. Okay, this star lady is so beautifully decked out. She's got this dress on, with chains of diamonds that are hanging off of her, strands of diamonds. She's got magic coming out of both her hands. She's surrounded by stars. She's standing out in her white dress amongst the blue, the dark blue sky. And this star is different because usually the star straddles earth and water, but she only stands in water. So water represents emotions, right? So there's a lot of emotions that come out at me from this star card. She's got magic. Are you in love? Are you in love and you're just reveling in all that magic that surrounds you, and you feel so beautiful, and you feel like your world is just perfect? Well, let's see. Some of you might be in love. Some of you might have just found new love, and that has made you feel like so gorgeous and so delicate. And because, there's somebody out there who's just connecting with you and being able to build something with you, something new with you, making you feel precious. All right then. So Pile 3, let's take a look at your cards. What is the big milestone, please? Spirit guides and angels of Pile 3, what is the big milestone that is coming out for Pile 3? What is the big milestone that is coming out for Pile 3? Okie dokie. All right. So we have got the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Okay. We have got the Five of Cups. The Five of Wands. And the Hierophant. I see that you might have had the situation where you were not happy. Five of Cups is emotion, right? Emotion, a lack of stability in emotion, or conflict, or unhappiness, disappointment, frustration. Actually, a lot of despondency. Okay, a lot of sadness, a lot of despondency. Even whilst there is that environment of a party going on, but she is not being able to enjoy that same freedom, happiness, laughter, joy, because we're also in a tropical environment, right? So at the seaside, and you really expect something different in terms of emotion, but she's just crying over the three wine glasses that have spilled over. So yeah, you had like this time of, whoa, I'm not happy. I And it could be that people thought that you ought to be happy. Like your life might have looked like it should have been happy, but you were not. Okay, could be very behind the scenes, but maybe not completely behind the scenes, because I mean, this, I don't see this being hidden away. So people thought that you should be happy, but they knew that you were not happy. They could see that you were not happy, and you were trying to find your way. You didn't know what to do, you're not sure where to go. Should I leave this unhappy situation? Should I change it? What do I do? What do I do? There was differences in opinion. Perhaps some people tried to help you. Your girlfriends, your close-knit friends tried to help you, but they were all just talking over each other, and there was no clear way of how to go, where to go. So your mind, and it's just very disturbed. You've got so many thoughts running through it, your thoughts, other people's thoughts, and they're just all crashing, crisscrossing, not forming like a straight plan for you. And you can see here at the signpost, right? You're flipping a coin as to where to go. You don't even know how to figure out and analyze where you ought to be going, what you ought to be doing, what is best for you. You have no plan. And and I see these people trying to help you, like, probably your friends, your family members, people care about you, they're trying to help you, but they don't realize that they're just all giving you so much mishmash, and you just still don't know what to do. But the blessing that's coming to you, a big milestone, is that you are going to find a resolution. You are going to find peace. You see, I see a lot of looking at uncertainty, not sure what to do, where to go. There are options, and you're just flipping a coin, right? You're leaving it up to the fates. You're just flipping coin because you don't know. You cannot figure it out at this point in time. Here, you're sad, you're lost. You can't partake in the happiness that's around you. You've got so much all around you. Now finally, your big milestone is that you're going to be able to attain some peace. Perhaps you don't need to go anywhere. Perhaps this is where you need to be. Perhaps you'll be able to find a spot that you feel safe, that you feel at home at. And you're going to be able to just live and breathe. No sadness, no talking over each other, talking over you, talking at you. You're just going to be able to breathe and chill, relax. This might be your place. This might be your place, like where you are now, or you might find something that, speaks to you, gives you peace, gives you restfulness, or you will come into that. Like I said, perhaps you don't even need to go anywhere. Perhaps just some small tweaks, some small tweaks like changing your position, right? Like, for example, why I say that, like, instead of standing, you're sitting down. So perhaps you're changing your position, changing your perspective, or changing how you think about things or how you want to approach certain things. And that might give you already the peace and calm that you need, that you want, that you're looking for, without you even physically moving away. Okay, that's what I meant by changing position. And that's why I guess, you're standing in your water, standing in your emotions. You can now, instead of crying over your emotions, you can stand tall and strong in them. In fact, your strong emotions are what's like holding you. You're very stable in your emotions. You're not sliding, you're not drowning, you're not overwhelmed, but you're able to stand up strong, and you feel that perhaps you can now control the magic or the energies that come from these emotions. Okay. There might be an influence that will help you find this peace, whether very, very simplistically, like, some exercise, some spiritual mindfulness, some meditation, some yoga, some Pilates, but basically you stopping all of that and just giving yourself the peace that you need, being the peace that you need. So religion might also be another anchor for you. But there is a mindfulness, you see. Like, she will close her eyes and she will go deep within. So you might be called to do that, pile 3. Just ignore what is happening on the outside. Close your eyes and go within to find what you actually need, what you actually want, and what you can manifest. Okay? Right. So what else can we know about this big milestone that's coming up for pile 3? A big milestone that's coming up for pile 3. It could be very well too that you've had like decisions to make and you weren't sure how to make them or which decision to make. People all speaking at you, but really what you need to do is just find the quiet within yourself and make that decision. Don't be harangued and lost and sad and worried and concerned and stressed out about this decision that you need to make. Okay, what else do we need to know? You've got the 4 of Wands. Beautiful. Celebration, stability, happiness, joy. Okay, you finding perhaps even your tribe. Perhaps this wasn't your tribe. These people who tried to help you but really couldn't. Perhaps, yeah, you'll come into your own and find people who can understand you, can work with you, or who can be on the same wavelength as or same page as you. Yeah, so take or what I said and put it into the situation that you're encountering. For example, if you're in a bad job and you don't know what to do, or you have a manager who really like annoys you and stresses you out every day, or demeans you, or you've got so much work, like everybody's throwing work at you and you don't know what to do, and it's just a really stressful, unhappy situation, then you've got to sit down and think about, go inside. How are you going to do things one at a time? Or do you want to change the situation? Do you want to change jobs? Because you cannot be in this state of dismay and sadness and loss all the time. Okay, so what else can we know about the big milestone? Yes, Four of Wands. You know, if you do this, find the peace within yourself, find the way to resolve the particular situation that you have, the particular challenge that you have, you will get stability, you will get happiness, you will get joy, you will find people that you can work with, or you will find managers who support you. Okay, that's the Four of Wands right there. And you've also got the Tower. Wow. Wow, it is in your hands to move on. Something big will change, something big will happen that will destroy the current situation, and you are then able to move on into a job, into a situation, into a relationship, into a life that is more for your higher good, that is better for you, that's going to feed you more spiritually, mentally, emotionally. You see, this witch here from the witches everyday witch deck, this witch here she's not upset at the tower being destroyed, right? I feel as if she used her wand, which is still sparking. You can see here, she used her wand to destroy this tower, and it's still smoking away, and she has that satisfied, happy look. So it is in your hands. What I said earlier, it is in your hands to make the change that needs to happen. Usually the Tower is very much about the universe bringing the transformation to you, bringing the big change to you, because you might have ignored certain signals that have come along your way, and now it's come to a time when the universe is like, okay, let me step in there and help you. But it does look too that you are the one here that's going to be making that big change for yourself, which might be also what leads you to feeling that new sense of self-confidence. Yeah, that new sense of, whoa, look at what I did. I managed to do that in spite of feeling lost and confused and being harangued every day. So your first thing to do, pile 3, is really to go within yourself, calm everything down, silence everything else, and figure out what you want to do. You, okay, not anybody else. What do you want from this situation or from your life, and what is in your power to do? And don't limit yourself. Okay, don't limit yourself, because you do have so much power to be able to bring about the change that you need to happen. And then you will come upon this Four of Wands. It will be a great celebration of you for yourself, because now you realize how strong you are. But at the same time, the situation or the people that are around you that you were trying to change and get away from, or that was bringing you down, is going to change and be like the better version of people or situations around you, which then leads you to a much more happier, stable, enjoyable life or environment. Okay, and what is this about? Let's see. Oh my gosh, look at that. You've got the Fool. You've got the Fool, pile 3. So a new change is heralded for you. A new change is heralded for you because you had the gumption, you had the guts, you had the courage to sit down, focus, and make the change. I love that. I really love that. And look at that, from being all despondent, you're going to become this vision. And you're going to stand out so starkly different from your environment, what was. Yeah, it's going to be wow, like almost like a 180-degree change, and you're going to be standing so proud and strong in yourself. Okay, so this card, I just found this card like all flipped up on its own in the deck. It's the Queen of Cups. And I'm not surprised, because the Queen of Cups is also somebody so strong in their own emotions, in their own self-confidence, where she's very serene, isn't she? Look at that. She's so serene, comfortable with herself, happy, just quietly calm, quietly happy. I keep having that feeling that comes like in connection with the Hierophant card here. That's what I see for you, pile 3. Now let's see, when is this big milestone coming for pile 3, please? When is this big milestone happening for pile 3? When is this big milestone happening for pile 3? So do take timing, just to have an inkling about it. Yeah, don't hold on and attach yourself to timing in tarot, because it will also be impacted by, influenced by free will, influenced by when you are really ready for certain things to happen. Okay, but let's just take a look. We've got the 7 of Swords here. 7 has resonated throughout the 3 readings today. Not sure why. It's either July or 7 months from now. Could be 7 weeks. Let's see. 7. Yeah, could be July, could be 7 months, 7 weeks from now. Death. The Knight of Wands. And the King of Pentacles. When will this happen? July or 7 months from now? It could be when you will feel the need to make that change. Death and the Tower. Yeah, when you feel the need to make that change, when you can't take it anymore, when it is just that tiny strand in the rope that you're finally going to cut. Could be July or 7 months from now, and that's when you're going to lift off and find something new and build a new life for yourself with the King of Pentacles. The Pentacles is all about your life, right? Your 3D world. And it's going to be a good, lush life. Look at that. Yeah, you're going to have everything you want, everything you need. You're going to have your cake and eat it too. Together with the 4 of Wands, that's really a great big promise for you. Okay, so take a look at that, pile 3. It's either July or 7 months from now, and that's when it's going to hit you that I need to make this change. I am going to cut that last strand and bring the Tower down so that I can move on to my new life with the Fool, the 4 of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. But first of all, you have to chase away the noise, put away the noise, disengage. It could even be social media that's bringing you down. It could be people around you that's bringing you down, toxicity, narcissism, whatever the case may be. Just put it all aside and focus upon yourself and what you want. When you make that decision for yourself to cut off anything that does not serve you anymore, that's not good for you, bring that Tower down, you will then be able to step into the energies of something new. Pile 3. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you've liked this reading, do give me a thumbs up. And comment, share, subscribe to the 3 Lotus Tarot. Let's build this community. I thank you so much if you have subscribed. I want to keep giving you these free readings. So I will invite you to my next reading. And until I see you then, Bye.